Hello friends, and welcome back to the Mothership. Today we are smoking up our very own, absolutely delicious, smoked honey Dijon salmon. Let's get started. Here is a salmon fillet. We are just going to salt the exterior down and then put it aside and let it sit. What it's going to do is absorb some of that salt and build a nice hard exterior on the outside of the fish. That helps with a little bit of a texture that we're looking for, helps it better with the smoke, and it has a nice application for us to put our honey Dijon on. Otherwise, we might end up with something nice and sloppy. What we want is a nice, firm exterior of our fish. So let's put it back in the fridge and move forward with making our honey Dijon. We're going to start with about a tablespoon of melted butter, about a tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of honey, tablespoon of ground Dijon mustard, and about half a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And we want to give this a nice mixy. You can also add in a little bit of salt and some black pepper. And this is completely optional, but I'm going to add in a little bit of Frank's Red Hot as well. You can give it a nice taste test now and determine if you need more mustard or honey or any other ingredient. Sometimes the mustard you can get is a little bit less extreme, the taste, than others, and you might want to add a little bit more mustard in. But we have this now. It's time to paint our salmon. Now before we get started, I have my smoker going. I'm going to smoke this at about 225, so I've got it coming up to temp now. Basically, very simple guys, we're just going to coat this sucker down. We don't need to cover the scale side, of course, but we do want to get the sides, get it nice and coated. There's a lot of sugar in here, so not only is it going to be sweet, but hopefully it'll glaze a bit over. I'm going to blast this with some higher heat towards the end of the cook, but just make sure that we get it nice and covered before it goes on to our smoker. There, that looks like overkill, but I'm sure is perfect. Now, and going with all of my fish videos, I'm going with the peach paper method instead of going with cedar planks. So this is going to go on the peach paper onto the top rack of my smoker. For our salmon, you know the drill, top shelf. Like I said, I'm going to use my peach paper method, and we're just going to leave this on until we get to an internal temperature of maybe 120, and then I'm going to bump the temp up and try and really crisp it up a little bit, get some of this glaze to really caramelize. As a side note, I've been using these thermocell things. Mosquitoes are getting really bad here in the Northeast. I guess this one runs off of like a fuel and then those little packets. It seems to do the job well. If anyone has a better idea, please let me know down below because I'm getting eaten alive out here. Anyway, let's let the salmon do its thing. So you might be noticing that we eat a decent amount of fish on this channel. In reality, we really do eat fish probably twice a week, whether that's a shellfish or like your tunas or your salmon or swordfish, wherever that is. So I'm always trying to come up with a different flavor profile just so we're not eating the same thing over and over again. This honey Dijon salmon, it's on the sweeter side, which isn't too bad with a fish like salmon that has a very overpowering taste. I'm not sure I'd want to put it on some of the white fish like a cod or something like that, but the salmon I think is going to come out really well. So, you know what? Without further ado, it's time to give it the old chomp. My concerns were unwarranted. It is not overly sweet. It actually is pretty much exactly where I want it to be. It's got a nice mustardy flavor. The honey comes through. It's not overly sweet. It's a really good salmon. You could use this to put into like a salad if you're into that. You could do it what we're doing, which is with some roasted potatoes and some broccoli. It's a nice light weekday cook, and it's got a ton of flavor on the back end. This is a good one, guys. You should absolutely give this a try. You know what you should also try? You should try commenting down below and tell me what your favorite way to cook salmon is. If you don't like salmon, tell me your favorite type of fish. If you don't like fish, tell me your favorite thing to cook. Either way, like, comment, subscription, all that YouTube jazz. And as always, guys, cook something fantastic, and I will see you on the next cook. Take it easy.